Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, Texas Art and Soul, and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties online, in person, through art kits, through door hangers, through ceramics, all kinds of creative ways to make money. So what we are doing right now is we're going to do an encore presentation of this workshop I did on Sunday. So as you know, if you've been watching me this week, we have been talking all things creative money, how to make some creative money, whether that's you wanting to just make some extra money to pay for Christmas, or this is you wanting to make some extra money to put money aside for a road trip next week, or whatever that looks like to you. So as you come in, please tell me hi. I'm going to be giving away some Happy Mail throughout the entire presentation. All of you watching on YouTube, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And then all of you watching on Facebook and other platforms, just thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. So this presentation is about 2 hours long. So basically the whole reason I am doing this encore presentation is because if you are on the fence for joining Paint Party Headquarters, I want you to tell me why, okay? So as I go through this presentation, I'm gonna be drinking lots of water. That way I don't lose my voice. And then I want you to kind of tell me why. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Patty. Hey, Pete and Teresa. Hey, Rhonda, Mary, Dottie, Sam, Tammy, Patty. We have lots of people joining on. So as we are here, I'm excited you're here too. Thanks for being here. Hey, Shannon. As we're here and, I'm sharing this presentation, if you know somebody who's very creative and they're wanting to make some extra money through this, guys, we are in fourth quarter. Like, I don't know what that means for y'all, but in the creative space, it is awesomeness. It is so awesome. People are trying to find creative things to buy for other people. And just a minute ago, I was doing some ceramics and I talked about how Rita and Mr. Potter in their 70s did a Facebook Live not too long ago, and he would always go to all the Potter and different conventions. He would have to set up, he would have to sell his work, all of those things, if there were storms, whatever it is. I used to go set up too, so I understand that. One time I came back from a setup and my entire display we had a storm and it ruined like all of these t-shirts I had, and it ruined a bunch of the paintings, just craziness. Well, the same thing he was doing with pottery. Well, him and Miss and Rita, they went and did a Facebook Live and they made over $1,500 selling his pottery and her paintings. So there's so much I can teach you and so many possibilities. So if you're watching and you're like, I'm not really sure, this whole presentation is for you so that I can help you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go through here. Let's see. Melinda says, I'm wanting to join, but not sure where I want to go from here. I know I want to make money, but the area I'm at, I don't think I can make money. Well, great news, Melinda. The way I teach you, it's not about your local area. For example, we've talked a lot about paint parties and we've talked a lot about Facebook Lives. When you're on a Facebook Live, Melinda and everybody else, when you're on a Facebook Live, you literally can people can see you from everywhere. People can see you from everywhere. So it's okay if you are doing a Facebook Live selling, like, for example, I'm going to be teaching y'all on Tuesday, everybody who is in Paint Party Headquarters, a reverse paint party technique. It's really, really cool. And it's a really fun, easy way to do that. So I am answering questions, guys, live now. So as I go through this presentation, I am going to be trying to look at comments and try to answer your questions while I am live, because I know the littlest thing can get you hung up. And I'm really good at going, that's not going to work. That's not going to help you. Go past that. For example, how many of you have thought, I want to start a business, but I got to have a logo first? No, I've had Texas Art and Soul for years, since 2013 officially, but we were already doing stuff way before then, before I made it an official Texas Art and Soul. So since 2013, so I've had my business for over 10 years, because I also had my Soul is Yours, which was my surfboard business. I just this past year, got a logo. So those of you that are like, oh, I need a logo. No, you don't. A lot of times we put all of these hurdles in front of us that you don't need. So I'm here to literally help you get past all of the crap that is stopping you, because a lot of times you don't know that. And Sherry says, sorry, but Wednesday nights are for church. Can you do others that are not on Sundays or Wednesday nights? Oh, Sherry, you can always watch the replay. So if you don't want to watch it right now because it's Wednesday, I totally get that. And you can stop right now and you can watch it as the replay. So whatever is convenient for you. And I just want everybody to know that that the doors close tomorrow night at midnight for Paint Party Headquarters, and we don't open to the public again until May of 2021. The reason why is, if you have been watching me since Sunday, it has been go, 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 right? But if all I do is sit here and go, 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 go on my Facebook page, how am I able to help the members in Paint Party Headquarters? So you're going to see a huge shift to where I'm able to really, really help them. So yeah, Sherry, yeah, that's an easy way to problem solve. Also, guys, problem solving. The people who are making the most money, the people who are the most successful, are the people who are problem solving fast. Okay. So a lot of times we might have something like that is a logo, or something like that seriously like sets us back, that goes, oh my gosh, I don't have a business name. I can't start yet. How could I teach something if I don't have a business name? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you have a logo. Nobody cares if you have a business name. Yes, you care. Yes, it makes you feel more like established. But guys, you got to jump and do things when you're inspired. Don't wait, because again, you will sleep and then you wake up and what happens? Inspiration has gone away. So I'm here to show you that you have got to take action through fear and also problem solve. So easily problem solved. Okay. If she can't watch it on Wednesday night, watch the replay. Problem solved. No more energy towards that. Don't have a logo? Problem solved. You don't need a logo right now. I just got one, and I've had Texas Heart and Soul since way before 2013. So this is almost 10 years. Well, I've been doing paint parties for over 10 years. So I've been in business doing paint parties for over 10 years. And somebody says, yeah, I just spent over 3 months waiting on a business name. No, just start. It's going to be okay. All right, guys, I am going to share my screen and I'm going to go through this presentation. And then Brendan, if you see questions that I need to see right away, if you would please let me know. If not, I'm going to go back with you and then I'm going to answer as fast as I can. Okay, so this is just an online workshop to kind of show the possibilities. This is Paint Parties Online. We're going to be talking about Facebook Lives, things like that, and steps to get you through the confusion. So how many of y'all sometimes get confused and you're like, I don't know where to start because I'm trying to get my logo and my business name? And my promise to you is I'm going to go fast through this. I'm going to go fast. So the reason I'm going fast is I want more time to answer your questions. So really, guys, if you have the time, put down your phones, unless you're watching this on your phone, but put down all the things that are distracting you so that I can really help you right now. And so you're in the right place. Or if you're crafty, if you're artsy, if you've been thinking about teaching paint parties online, in person, doing art kits, doing porch leaners, doing ceramics like I just did a second ago, doing door hangers. So many of y'all are really good at door hangers, but you're not very good at marketing to sell those door hangers. And you're in the right place if you're one of those people. You're also in the right place if you're already teaching paint parties, but you're thinking about adding on online paint parties and art kits. So you're also in the right place if you're not gaining the traction to make money. And it's hard to be inspired and to be consistent if everything you're doing is not working, right? If you're like, I'm doing this 100%, but it's not working, it is hard to gain that confidence if you keep doing the same. I mean, you could be working your butt off, but if you're doing the wrong things, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. So I'm here to help keep you inspired and consistently making money. And you can see here some of our members. My kit orders ended on the 16th. She's already sold 148 in 2 weeks. That's a local pickup. I'm teaching you how to do this locally and online where you're not worried about other people in your area. And here's just a couple of other people that have had success. And again, I'm going to move through this fast because I want plenty of time to answer your questions. So if you're on the fence, I want you to tell me why so I can answer questions. You're also in the right place if you've had success in the past, but you're not in the past, but you seem to not know the current marketing strategies to keep you in the game. So here's something that always seems to happen is if you're not constantly learning and growing, you may go, okay, I had an art studio or I had a paint party mobile business, but that got shut down right now because whatever area you're in, but you're not able to, you don't know how to pivot. You're not sure of what to do next. And how many of y'all have heard like you're always, judged by your last success or whatever. And, I don't think that's right. I put my value, again, I think we always have to, and I'm a praying girl. So I always go back to like, I have to put my identity in God. I have to put my purpose there. I am not going to judge myself if I had a paint party that got canceled or I did something and I failed, because really you're only going to fail if you just stop trying. So I really want y'all to remember that. You can have a failed paint party and still have a successful paint party business. You can have a failed online paint party. You can have a failed online kit sale. But if you keep tweaking it, you keep changing it and using the strategies that I'm teaching you, you will have success. You just got to keep trying. Okay. And you're also in the right place if you're not sure where to start. You're also in the right place if you're confused about tech. And you're also in the right place if you are scared, nervous, excited, all of the above. And my daughter calls it nervitis. It's like half nervous, half excited. Let me know in the chat if you are nervitis. You feel it in your gut. So let me know. And then do you have a passion for this? So I remember, go ahead and post that in the chat. If post it in the comments if you're on YouTube. If you are nervous, I remember, being in my kitchen and I was teaching full time. I was doing paint parties full time. And I had tears in my eyes. I was crying to my husband and I was like, I just feel this pull. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel this like pit in my stomach that there's something else God wants me to do. I had no idea what it was at that time. I had no idea it was going to be teaching all of you, hundreds and thousands of people now. I had no idea God was leading me to that. I just knew I had this pull and I had that feeling in my stomach. So here's where it gets real, people. You got to be honest with yourself. I can't help you get to the next stage unless you are honest with what stage you are at. Okay. This is kind of what we lead you through in Paint Party Headquarters. So stage 1 from beginner to you are just now starting. Like Susan, I talked to you yesterday. She's a sketch artist and she's just now learning to paint. Her first stage needs to be going through over 100 tutorials that I have inside of Paint Party Headquarters. And she needs to block out 5 to 8 hours. She needs to crank up some music, put on some Hallmark movies, whatever she likes to do. And she just needs to follow my painting tutorials. Because I bet you after 4 or 5 hours of painting, her first painting to her 5th painting is going to look a lot different just from practicing. Then we lead you to the dreaming artist, the confident artist, the techie artist, the money-making artist. And then we even have people that we lead further. Once you've mastered the money-making artist, then there's so many other things I can teach you. But you got to be honest with where you're at. So let me know right now in the chat, which one are you? Are you hopeful? You're just now starting? You're the dreaming artist, the confident artist, the techie artist, or are you already a money-making artist, but you just need some extra like strategies? I pay the price of a mortgage, a very, very expensive mortgage, to learn from people who I want to be like. So I'm constantly every day learning from not only people who are doing what I want to do. And I think it's really important that you find people that are doing what you want to do successfully. Don't find the people that are saying that they're doing something like that. Find the people that are actually doing what you want to do, and then you model them. And so here's what you do in stage 1. So you'll be able to see real quick if this is you. You need to set up an area for your house to paint. Now, I don't want any excuse saying, well, I don't have room to paint. Guys, I've lived everywhere from a trailer with snakes in it all the way to a 500 square foot house into an 800 square foot house. And now I'm very blessed to have my own art studio. But we have lived in it all. So I don't want to, we've lived in apartments. And even in a small apartment, I had a place to paint. and I made a place to paint. So it's about problem solving. So, when we lived in this little bitty house, our kitchen table was sacrificed for my paint studio. Now, I know not everybody is that intense with this, but painting is like drinking water to me. I have to do it. Like, there is not an if or a and or whatever. Like, I have to do it. It is part of my being. I have to. I feel like God has given me that to almost like a healing mechanism. Does anybody agree with that? Like, I truly believe art heals. And so I feel like I have that paintbrush. When it's in my hand, it's like an escape, and I have to have it. And so set up an area. It does not have to be big, 2 foot by 2 foot, just a place. If you don't have room for that, we had somebody on a live the other day that said they literally used their couch and 2 TV trays to put something around so that they could paint, because that's the only space she had. So again, back to problem solving. The people that are most successful are the ones that are solving problems fast. So don't give yourself excuses. Solve the problem, move on. Don't give it energy. Also, this stage is all about art heals, believing that God is the ultimate artist. Again, we have many people inside of Paint Party headquarters that, are not praying like I do, and that's okay. But I never want to not be open with you, because we have a monthly prayer and gratitude meeting. It's totally optional. But I know the only reason my business is where it is today is because when I am frustrated, when my human weaknesses and emotions take over, I know it's because of God that I've been able to do what's happened in this amount of time. So I can't run a business, and I just can't. I can't run a business and not give God the glory. So I'm very open about that. So those of you know that when you're getting strategy and you're getting all of that, it's not all about, here's how you do a Facebook Live and we're going to pray before that. No, it's not like that. But I do want you to know that it does come out of me, and I don't ever want to not say this from the beginning, and then all of a sudden you're like, why is this lady saying that we're going to have a prayer and gratitude meeting? Again, that's optional. So I do have people. I'm actually interviewing one of the members tonight that has a different belief than me, and she's very successful and doing really great things. So yes, you don't have to be a Christian to be a part of this. I just am very open about where I'm at, so that you know that. So also in stage 1, you're posting photos of your paintings or photos that you've painted on your personal Facebook page. So if you see my personal Facebook page, you're going to see me holding this one. Let me see, one that I just did recently. You'll see me holding it and smiling. And the reason why is I have a whole module that talks about a whole training that talks about how to pre-market on your personal Facebook page. So people are looking at you as the person to go to. If all you do is forward cat videos, crock pot recipes, and political posts, besides the fact that Facebook isn't showing that to hardly anybody, that's why you probably have 1 like, if that. There's algorithms. There's a whole thing I can teach you on that about algorithms. So you might have 100 Facebook friends, and then you're like, why did only 1 person like it? It's because Facebook knows that post isn't valuable. It may be valuable to you, but it's not valuable in their eyes and their algorithm, and they're not going to show it. So you may think, well, my 100 friends, why isn't anybody liking it? Your friends aren't even seeing it. So there is a way to post strategically so that you can do this. And what I have found with creatives is that we are really great at painting and creating, but we're not so great at marketing. And you can be the best at anything you want, but if you don't know how to market, which is where I come in and I help you, then you can't do anything. You can't get anywhere. You can't help people. You can't sell them a painting. You can't help them with painting or art heals or whatever you know is in your heart that you want to share if you don't know how to market. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't learn marketing. And number 2 is dreaming artist, okay? This is your painting, the step-by-step monthly painting tutorials that we give you. You're also painting in the PPHQ Facebook group. You're getting feedback and encouragement. And this person also is dreaming of what life would look like with more time to create, the possibility of owning your own business. And maybe you just want to teach 1 party a month, whether that's online, in person. This reverse paint party I'm going to teach you on the 22nd. But just having more control of your schedule. Stage 3 is about you are confident. You are starting to Put your art everywhere. You've set up your PayPal business account. You feel official. And you've created a Facebook business page. You have your profile photo. I still see a few of y'all that don't have your profile photo. And you're adding the marketing photos that we give you on your Facebook page. And you're creating an event. You're doing all the things because you're starting to gain that confidence. And stage 4, techie artists. And again, let us know in the comments where you think you are. You may be a mix of a couple of them. And success path. So on this one, stage 4, you're comfortable posting, creating art, doing Facebook Lives. Let me know if you're starting to get comfortable with your Facebook Lives. You're eager to create marketing materials. You're wanting to show people what you're doing, and you're understanding the power of Facebook. You're understanding that if I forward a political post and nobody's liked it, it's because the algorithm is showing that nobody is going to see that forward. And you're also learning how to use social media for your door prizes. You're learning why you should collect emails at your paint parties. And you're doing all different kinds of things in the techie part. And then stage 5, you are successfully making money teaching paint parties, either online, in person, art kits, door hangers, porch leaners, ceramics, the reverse paint party system that I'm going to teach you on Tuesday for everybody that joins. You are successfully learning this and you're consistently doing this. Here's the thing. I hear this all the time. My town is small. I already have somebody doing this. Guys, I am teaching you to not think about your 30-mile radius, okay? I have people in paint party headquarters that live in my town. I have many people that live within an hour of me. I have hundreds of people that live in Texas, and still we are all able to make money because of the way I'm teaching you. It is not about just your town anymore. Yes, do you still want to do your local parties? Yes, I miss so bad all of the local events, and I can't wait to start doing them all again. But I want to teach you to have many different ways to bring in income creatively, because I want you to stop that whole mindset of the starving artist no more. And that's why I'm doing that entire bonus training, Think Like a Money-Making Creative. No more starving artists. Because again, if every time you go and you go up and you're putting a block of, nope, can't make money this way. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. No, people are doing it all over the place. And so I want to show you how to consistently do this. And then those of y'all that are in stage 5, you're going to be learning newer strategies. So you'll see me in the trainings inside Paint Party Headquarters. I'll say something like, okay, this is kind of for stage 1 and 2. And then I'll be like, okay, this is definitely a stage 5 training. Have you ever heard stage 5 clinger? Stage 5 training. Okay, stage 5. And so if you're not ready for this, this may be one that you come back to. Kind of like a library or a candy store, right? You go in, you come into Paint Party Headquarters, you join, and you're like, there's all of this stuff that you can learn and do and create and make money, but you have to focus, okay? You have to focus. You can't go grab all the Twizzlers, all the candy corn, all of the Jawbreakers, all of the taffy, and eat it all at once. You're going to throw up and explode, like on the Willy Wonka chocolate factory when she eats all the, is it the purple bubble gum, and then she floats off, or I don't remember for sure what happened. But you can't do that, or you're going to be like that person in Willy Wonka, okay? I want you to treat Paint Party Headquarters, instead of like a candy store where you're eating all of it at once, I want you to treat it more like a library. I need this right now. Okay, I know Heidi has an amazing Facebook ads training that is worth well more than what's worth in this, but I'm going to wait on that because I'm not ready for that, because I still haven't done my first Facebook Live. Maybe I'm on stage 1. So you have to be honest with yourself. And so is it too late? And this is truth number 1. It's never too late to refocus and teach a paint party online. Everything I'm going to teach you is doable, and I keep it simple. So you can get fancy later, but what I want for you is to get results quickly. And you have to start somewhere. And we all had one person watching at the beginning. So for example, my mom was the first person watching me when I was doing my shaky Facebook Lives. And so Paint Party Headquarters, this is where we teach you all how to do these online paint parties, how to do paint parties in person, art kits, and all of the above. And so real quick, who am I? Texas. This is my husband of 23 years. We've been married 23 years. Is it 23? Now we've been together, what, 1997, whatever that is. I think it's 23 years. My daughter, she's 14 now, and this is us on a road trip. We have gone back and forth to Florida. We did that 4 years in a row, teaching paint parties, all the way up over 100 people at a time, and just had a blast. Those were some of my favorite memories of paint parties. Blue, this is Blue. He's kind of like the paint party headquarter mascot. You'll see him enter into paint party videos often. He's always around, and he's an old man. So in this, he is loving the sun, but he's 14 years old. So the vet says we have about 6 to 7 years left with him, and I pray that's true. He's so sweet. Okay, so here's what I teach. I teach crafters, creatives, artsy, passionate ladies the quickest way to make a profit every party. Rinse and repeat the process with the current up-to-date marketing trends and strategies to book parties, teach parties online, in person, while having fun. And since COVID, we've actually pivoted like most businesses and really have focused on the potential of online parties, kits, reverse paint parties, which is a brand new strategy that I'm teaching y'all. So just a history of me back in 2007. So yes, I've been teaching paint parties for over 10 years. And my very first paint party, I made $50. Then that was teaching for somebody else. Then I ended up teaching. She let me do a private party that I had on my own. I took off work as a teacher and took off work where I was making, I think, $23,000 a year as a teacher. And I took off work that day, called in sick, went and did a paint party at a school. It was like for a little charity, a private school charity event. And I went and did a 2-hour paint party for them. I made $350. And I started thinking, got my wheels turning, thinking, what the heck just happened? I just made $350 in 2 hours, and that's crazy. And then on from 2013, all the way from $200 for a paint party, all the way up to, actually, this is way more. We just held our biggest paint party event ever online. We had over 4,500 people on an online paint party. Now, right here, and that talks about this here. So from my in-person, I've made all the way up to $4,515 in an in-person paint party. I've taught all the way up to 129 people at once, and I still have a goal to teach over 200 live in person. So to be continued. The story continues. So 2012, my first ever online teaching experience. I was going through a bang phase. Me and Pixie, we were watching. Well, Pixie was not watching The Bachelor. I was watching The Bachelor, and one of the girls that were towards the top, she had this really cute bang phase, and I thought I could pull it off. Well, obviously, I could not pull it off because bangs do not do me well. But I had very, very awkward experiences trying to do stuff online. 2012 was my very first online teaching experience. 2016, when Facebook Live started, again, I don't know if y'all know this, but Facebook Lives just started in 2016. I started doing them around the time they started. Very awkward, very terrified, very scared. And then I just kept practicing. So a lot of you that think, well, I don't have anybody watching. Guys, do Facebook Lives while nobody's watching so you can get out all of your jitters, your just, craziness and scaredness, all of those things now. And in 2016, along with online paint parties and art kits and in-person, anywhere from $250. Actually, I've made way more than $6,200. Like I said, we had over 4,500 people on an online paint party. And here it is, the online. You may have been a part of this just this last month. This was our biggest to-date online paint party, and we're hopefully going to do this again in November, and we're hoping to even have a higher number then. Okay, so you don't need a party of 129 to make money. You also do not need an online paint party of 4,500 people to make money. So, guys, here's the thing. Sometimes we think, oh my gosh, we need every paint party. No, we don't. Everybody's definition of success is different. Forever, my definition of success was Tostito chips, the name brand, and Tide. Because when I lived in the snake trailer, and some of y'all have heard that story about my snake trailer experience, when I lived there, literally snakes were in my house. We did not buy them as pets. I do not like snakes. And there was a water moccasin that came out of my head, just crazy, crazy stuff. Well, when I lived there, my laundry didn't work. And, we only had heat in our bedroom. And so when I would go into the kitchen in that trailer, the Dawn soap would be frozen solid. That's how cold it was in that house. And so I would get dressed and immediately go about 20 minutes to my mother-in-law's house where I would do my laundry. And at her house, she had Tostito chips. My stepdad had ENCORE. He would drink those ENCOREs, and I just thought they were so delicious. And then she had Tide. So I would wash my clothes with her Tide. While they were washing, I would eat Tostito chips and drink the ENCORE. And it was always like that Goldilocks, because every time they came home, there was something missing from their house because I would go eat their chips and I would go take their ENCORE, and they would always, give me crap about it. But I was like, I'm doing my laundry. I'm hungry. I'm going to snack. And I remember just sitting at her house going, man, one day, if I could just buy Tide detergent and have some Tostito chips, this is going to be the life. Like, that was my definition of success. So even now, when I do laundry and when I grab my Tostito chips, I always think of that. Like, yes, oh my gosh, I've made it. I have my Tostito chips and my Tide detergent. So everybody's definition of success is totally different. So I want you to think about that. Yours may not be, I want to teach 4,500 people in an online paint party. No, that might not be it. I would have never imagined that. But you just never know where this art adventure is going to take you. I just want to show you the possibilities. So let me know in the comments right now. Are you working full time? Are you stay at home? Are you wanting to do this retired and this is kind of a new side adventure? Or are you just wanting to make some extra money for fun? So let me know in the comments which one you are. Okay, so I asked this again because some of you, I've done it full-time, part-time, and now full-time again. And the reason I'm telling you this is you don't have to make things so complicated and, again, so overwhelming. I want you to focus on the few things so you can work smarter and make a profit every party, whichever way you decide to do this, okay? So here's Dana. She's one of our Paint Party Headquarter members. I just want to share what she said. She said, you guys, go live. I was so nervous. I literally got on my knees and prayed right before, asking God to give me the words and let them flow right out of my mouth without having to think. I felt so ridiculous while I was doing it, but when I went back and watched it afterwards, I felt so proud. It actually sounded pretty good. Not bad for a first live teaching. This is it. This is what God has been preparing me for after all these years, and I am so grateful I've been given this opportunity. Just do it, y'all. Seeing pictures of paintings and happy faces afterwards, knowing I helped do that, the most indescribable feeling of pure joy in my heart. And then here's Monique. She says, I just had a major win. Thursday, I had a lady place an order for 95 kits. I told her it'd be a few days before the items would arrive, so I had to order what she wanted, and she was okay with it. Well, I'm sitting here hanging with my hubby, and my dog jumps up, and who's at the door but FedEx with all my ceramics. I started to dance. So happy I'll be able to get packing up these kits early. So guys, I want you to start making progress right away. So even if you don't join Paint Party Headquarters, take action. Stop this freaking starving artist mentality. Here's 2 more people that have paint parties that in person. Again, these are paint parties that people are starting to do. I know not everybody can do them in person right now. That's why we have pivoted Paint Party Headquarters to where you have rights to all my designs online as well. So when you're a member of Paint Party Headquarters, you can literally grab the designs that I've done. We take beautiful pictures of them. So if you know how to paint, you can literally start making money with them right away. So here's 2 more people in Paint Party Headquarters that sharing their stories. And what you're going to know today when we're done is what you need to focus on first. Is it a logo? No. Is it potentially a business name? No, not really. And you're going to know what to focus on as you start teaching online paint parties, which Facebook Lives, guys. You're going to know how many online paint parties you need to do, in-person paint parties, or art kits that make a big difference in your life. And guys, just a little hint, that is different for everybody, okay? And some of you are maybe looking at, I just want to make $200 extra a month to pay for this. Or if I can put $200 extra a month for the next 4 months, I could pay for Christmas without putting it on a credit card, okay? So how good would that feel Christmas morning knowing you did these things that I'm going to teach you, and you're able to pay for it. So anybody in here relate to the busybody, okay? Relate to the busybody. And I'm going to be answering questions at the end of this. So please stay there, because if you're on the fence, I want you to tell me why, so I can say, Rebecca, here's, I'll give you information and tell you, even if you don't join, I want to get you to the next step wherever you're at. So if you're the busybody doing everything, but you're not making any money, then you need to listen, okay? You've got to do things different. You've got to take action through fear, and I'm going to show you the steps. And here's two of my favorite customers that I love, that I've done paint parties with for years, on the left. And then on the right, here's Dina. Right before COVID, she was sharing one of her biggest paint parties that she's done. So I'm hoping that she's able to start those up again in her area. Jessica says, I just finished back-to-back Zoom parties for a youth counselor who reached out to me to host for some of her clients. Here's an online paint party. Her sister-in-law bought one virtual class that led me to her. Now she's thinking of a Zoom birthday party with her daughter. Win, win, win. Guys, people so many times, I live in a small town, they're not going to pay. That is crap. You cannot spend other people's money. How would you feel if you went somewhere and you tried to pay? Let's say the yoga studio was open down the street and you wanted to learn yoga, which I can't touch my toes, so that's not for me, but maybe it's for you. And would you dare go to somebody's yoga studio and not try to pay them? That's something you want to do. So stop spending other people's money. If I was going to the movie theater, which right now I know I can't go, but if I was going and I was paying for my ticket, $12, $14 a ticket. I'm paying, $2,700 for popcorn, and I'm paying for the big drink because I want a root beer, because I love root beer. And if they tell me, no, you don't need to pay for this. Nope, don't pay for this. No, I want to do that. I want to escape reality. I want to do the same thing with your painting. People want to paint. They want to pay somebody to walk them through. They want to have some fun. Maybe they're trying to get, maybe they have a really chaotic life and they need that 2 hours with Jessica to teach them how to paint a beautiful sunflower, and they want to pay Jessica to do that. But you and your brain are going, nobody's going to pay for that. Why would somebody pay me for that? That's on you. That's a you problem. That's something in your head that's saying that. But guys, if you have a skill and you have a passion and you have a talent, stop spending other people's money. Somebody told me that once and it stuck with me. And since then, I'm like, oh my gosh. So if I can offer something fun for somebody else for them to escape and they want to pay for it, why am I holding back? So think about that. I'm going to not only talk about strategy, I'm going to talk about how you can get started right away. So in the end, I'm going to be telling you some cool stuff that goes along with Paint Party Headquarters. And this is my family. Blue is being squished in the middle. I don't think he's very happy about it. Poor Blue. Okay, so Janetta. And Janetta's done many in-person paint parties. She's been with me, I think, since the beginning. We are over 2 years old, Paint Party Headquarters, and we have over 2,000 members. My Janetta, she's done many. I've actually met her in person. She's come to Paint Party Business Live. She's done in person, and then this was one of her first paid virtual paint parties. So sometimes you get a little caught up on the tech, but again, it's part of it. If you've been watching me any this week, you have seen me have trouble with sound, with things like that. I could go, done, can't do this anymore, or I could go, let me problem solve. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you are nervous. If you're like, why would they want me? Heidi's already doing all the online paint parties. No, that's not true. You may know me, but if you were to go tell somebody else, oh, Heidi, have you heard of Heidi? Nobody knows me. Nobody. You know me because you're watching this. But guys, what's going to happen is when you do your Facebook Lives, people are going to start to relate to you, the way you talk. Just like you're listening to me and relating to me, a lot of people will hit my live and go, nope, that girl is not for me. She's going to talk about God. She's going to talk about her snake trailer. Like, all of a sudden they're like, nope, not for me, right? Well, a lot of people are going to tune into you, and there's going to be reasons why they want to learn from you, okay? All right, so I love this quote. Love this quote. Is Bobby? Okay. Earlier he was going crazy, and it was my ceramic delivery. Okay, so I love this quote. So, especially right now during this time, and remember, I'm going to be answering all of your questions at the end. So, if you're on the fence, I want you to tell me why. So, write it down right now if you're like, well, this is the reason why. Because I want you to tell me why so I can help you. So, a lot of people during this COVID, and it's okay if it's you. I want you to be honest about this. But they have totally let fear consume them. So, this quote I love because some people make things happen, some watch things happen, while others wonder what has happened. So, what's going to happen, especially after, COVID starts to, we're not having to wear a mask anymore every time we go into a store, and, because this too shall pass. Like, I know some of y'all have had the worst of the worst happen with COVID. So, I'm not talking specifically to you. I'm talking to the people who, you get up in the morning, you grab your coffee, and you turn on the news. And then you think, oh my gosh, and you're paralyzed in fear. I get that. I mean, we all have those moments where we're like, this sucks. Oh my gosh, what is going to happen? But guys, I don't want you to be stuck in that fear. I don't want you to be the person that literally goes, what just happened? Like, all these people were able to make this money online, but I was too scared because my in-person party stopped and I became Blockbuster instead of Netflix. And the next thing you know, my business was gone. Where others of you have, yes, you've had to pivot. Yes, you've had to do a couple changes, but your businesses are doing this, where other people have been too scared and you're stuck watching the news. Guys, if you watch the news all day, every day, of course you're not going to move. Of course you're being told fear. What do you think when a storm happens? It could be a little rain and they're going to tell you it's a monsoon, right? Yes, there are hurricanes, and yes, my sister, I just talked to her this morning. Her whole yard is flooded. Her whole back porch, her Florida room is totally covered in water. I get that there's real disasters. I understand that, and I get that. And I'm talking to the people that right now you're in a home, you're safe, and you're still stuck in that fear. I want you to not be the person that looks back and goes, "Dang it, I just scratched 2020 out," when really I could have taken action. And I want to help you take action one step at a time. So you got to put fear aside. And do you have to have a degree to go on a Facebook Live and show how to paint a ceramic? Do you have to have a degree to go on a Facebook Live and paint a snowman or paint a sunflower? You do not. You do not need to be the best painter in the room. You do not have to have a teaching degree. What you do have to have is courage and persistence. And you don't have to have a lot of supplies, but you do have to have some passion. Okay, let's all take a collective deep breath. Let's all stand up, do a little stretch, because sometimes you got to slow down in order to make progress, okay? So let's all take a collective deep breath. Okay, because some of y'all right now are trying to do 500 things at once. Is that you? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to go back and read these comments later. So let me know if that's you. Some of you are trying to do 500 things at once and you're getting nowhere. You've got to focus on one thing at a time. Concentrate on the right things to do in order to make progress. If you're franticking over your business name and your logo, you're not making money. If you're checking your email for 3 hours a day, you're not making money, okay? So minimal supplies and a whole lot of passion. You don't need a wall of paint. You don't need a big mural because of a backdrop. None of that is necessary. You don't need a degree. You only need a couple of parties, a couple of online parties, maybe not even that. Maybe just the way I show you to post on Buy Sell Trade to sell some of your porch leaners or your door hangers. All of those. You need to work smarter. Okay, so how would you feel if you could do an online paint party without the fear of rejection? Did y'all know that that's one of the biggest fears? Like, statistically, one of the biggest fears is fear of rejection. And when you're doing a Facebook Live, I think that's why people get so traumatized and they don't do it. So when you think about that, if most of the world is too scared to do a Facebook Live, if you start showing up, Think of all the potential and the opportunities you're going to have just because you took action through fear. Okay, I love this quote. Get momentum. If you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. Okay, so I don't remember what the record time was for so everybody was doing I don't remember when this happened, and I know I'm getting this story wrong, but just bear with me. The mile, somebody was setting a world record for the mile. Nobody could do it under 4 minutes. It was like impossible. Once the first person did it in under 4 minutes, it was like everybody just started doing it in under 4 minutes. Not everybody, but the fastest runners in the world. The reason I say that is once we show the possibility of, okay, I just did a online paint party of over 4,500 people, and there's a possibility there. That means it can be done. That means that you can follow steps to do the same thing. Will it happen overnight if you just started your Facebook page? No, let's be realistic. But can you go through those stages and let me help you? Yes, because you find somebody that you're wanting to learn from that is doing what you want to do, and then you copy them. And it works really good when the person that you're wanting to copy is telling you exactly what to do. And feel confident. So you never fail until you stop trying. And have fun. Okay, so this is somebody, her name's Heidi. Love the name, Heidi. And she says, I've always loved art and sharing creativity. In 2017, I started teaching paint parties and quickly realized I could earn a living doing what I love. When I found Heidi Easley in Paint Party Headquarters, it was a game changer. I was able to scale up my business to where now I have a private painting group with over 10,000 members, and I am doing something I love. With the teaching and encouragement in this group, I have realized I can expand to include virtual paint parties and online memberships. I am so excited to see where this adventure will take me with my business, She Shed Arts. That's from Heidi. I love that. Okay, so create profit every party, online, in person, and with art kits. So I went from $50 to consistent paint parties of $350 more, all the way up to well over, and we made a lot on the last one. So feelings when you hear a Facebook Live. Okay, so here, I want you to tell me in the comments real quick. What do you feel when you hear about, I want you right now to do a Facebook Live? While I take a drink, I want you to put that in the comments. Let me know. Are you nervous? Are you terrified? Are you now starting to see that there's possibility? Like almost like scared, but very excited of the possibilities? Here's why I want you to be thinking of these possibilities. 1.73 billion daily users on Facebook. If you talk to a whippersnapper, a youngster, they're going to tell you that nobody's on Facebook. And they're going to tell you that only people are on TikTok. Only people are on Instagram. And I can tell you right now, 1.73 billion daily users on Facebook. 500 million daily users on Instagram. Okay, so what I want you to do is before tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is the deadline for Paint Party Headquarters. So you have to make a decision if you want to sign up or not. Tomorrow night's the deadline. Before tomorrow night, and some of you may have already taken this challenge, I want you to go live for only 5 minutes. Nothing serious. You don't even have to show your face, okay? I want you to go live either on your personal or your business page, and I want you to just show you painting. You can literally hold your phone, show how you're blending something. You can just grab a piece of paper if you're good at writing. Write, the word, something that's powerful. Maybe you want to write, "You are worthy," like I have on my hand, and whatever that is, and just share. Hey, my name is, I always think of Slim Shady when I say that. My name is, I'm going to start rapping. I don't want that. But what I want you to do is just go live for 5 minutes, quickly show a quick technique, and just rip the Band-Aid off and do it. Just do it. So who here wants to try that? Who here is going to take that challenge? Because guys, I can give you every strategy in the book. I can tell you exactly what to do. But if you don't take action through fear, you're not going to get anywhere. So who here put in the comments? I'm going to go back and look and see who put in the comments. and see if you did it. And then I want you to tell me tomorrow. And tomorrow when I go live, tomorrow I will be live at 12 o'clock. I'm actually going to be live again tonight at 7 p.m. talking to some Paint Party Headquarter and members. I want you to tell me if you went live. I want you to post, I went live and whatever happened, okay? All right, so Facebook Lives, the power of Facebook Lives. This was a lady who, sorry, I got a little alarm going off. This was a lady who, Rosalie from Australia, she set up an online paint party, like a llama event. She got 70,000 views and had 1,000 people wanting to paint with her. She said, I nearly had a meltdown and had no idea how my event reached so many views, but haven't slept for 3 days, and I'm going to put on more live events. And guys, this is the crazy part about Facebook Lives. Because of Facebook's algorithm, it can push it out to different people. Again, this is somebody in Australia watching me in Texas. So if that shows you, those of you that are like, my area is too small, my area is this. Again, this is somebody from Australia. And this is a sweet girl that's in our group. Her name's Julie Wilson. She says, I have been doing paint parties for a little bit over 4 years now. May 6th of 2019, I left the corporate world of 13 years to do mobile paint parties full-time and support my family of 4 while my husband goes to school. I have really grown a following on social media, over 4,000 followers on Facebook, just doing what I love. I work closely with Fox 10 in my town, and occasionally the producers will call me up to feature me if they see I'm doing a fun event on a hotspot and want me to be the spokesperson. One big one was Home and Garden Show, where my glow-in-the-dark paint parties were featured in the Desert House Flippers, and hearing myself on the radio, flyers, newspapers, magazines, billboards were a wake-up that, wow, I really am doing it. Now my virtual parties and paint kits are booking nonstop and working to pushing out memberships soon. I love Paint Party Headquarters. I've made some friends here, and we all support each other. And I love you, Heidi Easley, for what you do. Love this whole community you have built, Julie Wilson. And guys, again, I'm not here promising you're going to have, best friends after this, but some of my closest relationships now are from meeting people online, doing what I'm doing. And so my goal for you is to see the possibilities with 3 different ways of making money as a paint party person. And actually, I want you to see possibilities with even more. So let me know in the comments if you see possibilities with in-person, possibilities with online, possibilities with art kits, possibilities. Let me know which one you see the possibilities with door hangers, possibilities with porch leaners, possibilities with ceramics, possibilities with reverse paint parties, which I'm going to teach all of you in Paint Party Headquarters on Tuesday, an entirely new method that I've already made over $1,500 just in a short, less than an hour time. And so my job, like when I wake up, I feel like I'm going to work for the members of Paint Party Headquarters. That's how I grasp my day. My day, I wake up and I go, how can I help PPHQ members make more money being creative? How can I do that? So I am throwing myself, making mistakes, doing guinea pig stuff so that I can figure it out, and then I share that with y'all. So guys, let me know in the comments which one you see the possibilities with. And if you see possibilities with more than one, let me know. And I want to say, just remind you, I'm about to be answering questions. So if you're on the fence, tell me why, and then I'm going to speak to why. And maybe I can show you, tell you something that's going to help you. So here's a tip. Tip number 1, you don't need all the fancy equipment. I literally used at the beginning, before I had this Archon stand, I used a toilet paper roll, a selfie stick, a clamp lamp. One of those that look like Pixar. I used one of those. I didn't have the fancy ring light. I didn't have the Archon stands, any of that. And inside Paint Party Headquarters, we have coupon codes you can use. We have a whole training set that says where to get the goods. Okay, so tip number 2, hosting your first online paint party can be as simple as going back to your regular in-person customers and inviting them to your online event, okay? So another thing, if you're just starting out, you're like, I'm brand new, I don't know what to do. Guys, Facebook Live. Do a Facebook Live. Also, just a couple days ago, I taught you a magic script. It's in my Facebook Lives. If you want to go back and check it out and test it, you can totally do it right now. You can use this magic script to book a party online or in person. Also, if you're not ready for that step yet, in Paint Party Headquarters, we have trainings where we teach you how to sell porch leaners and door hangers through buy, sell, trade. Now you might say, well, I've done that and it's not working. Guys, you've got to know how to market, okay? You can post anything, but does that mean your post is going to do something? Sometimes it's just a few tweaks in your wording, in your images that make all the difference in the world. Tip number 3, don't make the process hard. Okay, where to host your online paint party. Some people get stuck with that. Is it a Facebook Live? Is it a Zoom? Is it an unlisted YouTube video? Do I send them the link? Where do I send them the link? All of those details. I have an entire course inside of Paint Party Headquarters that you get access to as soon as you join that walks you through basically an online paint party. Like, just because it's online, just like an in-person paint party, you still got to get them to the paint party room, just like you got to get into the restaurant or to the clubhouse. Same type strategy. Okay, so I want y'all to know you don't have to make it hard, and I walk you through step by step exactly what to do. And I want you right now to not compare yourself. Okay, in Paint Party Headquarters, like I said, I'm a mama bear, and if you're a meanie, do not join. Because if you're going to come in there and be a jerk, we get you out as fast as we can. Because we do not want people in there who are mean, who are not encouraging, because some of y'all are at chapter 1, some of you are at chapter 5, some of you are at chapter 400. We are all in different stages. But what I do know is that there is enough out there for everybody. There's enough out there for everybody. But if you sit there and just compare yourself to Susan, who's in our group, who is kicking butt and taking names and has sold so many art kits, and she's already made, I think, over $1,000 just in porch leaners. If you start comparing yourself to her, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to sell 2 porch leaners, right? You're going to freak out. You can't do that. You cannot compare yourself. So pinky promise, everybody put in the comments if you're pinky promising. Pinky promise that you will not compare yourself to other people, okay? We all have a different definition of success. Okay, so this is Marina. She says, I just started my business, Artworthy Life, so I'm brand new, but I'm super excited and inspired by Heidi and all the lovely ladies here who jump on and give me tips without fail. In April, I posted my first batch of paint kits on Facebook, and it took me about 2 weeks to sell 22 kits, but I'm happy to at least get my feet wet. I did my first live during my Michael's drive-up pickup today, and I'm having my first virtual paint party on May 19th. Pray it goes well, and thanks everyone for your encouragement. God bless you all. And look at how she got creative. She didn't go get fancy boxes for her kits. She got craft bags, a Sharpie, and wrote on them, and they look adorable. Okay, so Paint Party Headquarters, y'all. I want to tell you a little bit about it. This is a predictable step-by-step method for teaching online paint parties every month without confusion, without the tech overwhelm, without the what the heck do I do next frustration. Okay, so here's just a few of our members. Adriana, she says, this is such a fun way to make a living. I love it. So you can see her virtual paint party here. I love all the kids involved too. So cute. And my specialty is virtually holding your hand and helping you every step of the way. Jane says, #win. Again, you're going to have a whole community of over 2,000 ladies. We have a couple of guys that are helping each other out. So if you get stuck, you can literally type, I am stuck. Here's where I'm at. Where do I go next? And we will help you, me, my team, and as well as this huge group of women who are not being in competition with each other, but helping each other. She says, just did my first live or my first virtual paint party. It was awesome. Even though I literally have the tiniest studio on the planet, I think I need a second ring light. I love this. I did the bunny as a free party and offered to purchase kits for those who didn't have supplies for $20. Porch pickup. I sold 6 kits. Thank you, Heidi Easley, for teaching us and letting us use your designs. You're amazing. Guys, there's another strategy. You could do a free paint party online and sell kits. There's so many possibilities. Here's Karen. She says, I'm Karen with Love Light Shine Art. I retired from a full-time work for somebody else company and started my own paint party business. No, take that back. I know if it wasn't for Heidi and her paint party headquarters, I would not be doing what I love today. I was so bummed when I found paint party headquarters right after the Mother's Day launch closed. So I soaked in everything I could free until I could finally sign up when paint party headquarters reopened the membership. It's been life-changing. Here's the thing, guys. If you're at a place where you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, but I'm just not sure. In a second, I'm going to ask you, if you're on the fence, tell me why. Let me answer questions. Let me help you. Even if you decide not to join, at least let me give you some advice and maybe help you. So here's just a few of our paintings. Like I said, we've been open over 2 years. We have well over 100 designs and tutorials. We had somebody message the other day and said, I don't want to do this as a business, but I really like your paintings. So can I just join to do the tutorials? Yes, you can. You can ignore the business advice and literally every month, like this cute little bird here on the far right. And if you want to just do the tutorials with me, yes, you could come to the prayer and gratitude meeting and just do the tutorials in the prayer and gratitude meeting. And that is totally fine. But I do want you to know you have full support with the business, because every month I'm giving you marketing pack, a social media hack, in addition to the community. So you have access to an entire paint party headquarters website. You have access to it on your phone, and you have access to an entire community of over 2,000 ladies and a couple of guys that are doing paint parties and making creative money. So we are excited. So basically, this is what you get every month. Monthly painting on trend. So yes, I talked about Frankensteining and how to create your own. But what I have learned, especially doing my own paint party business and still doing it today, is that when you're busy, you just need to know the one that's on trend. You just need a painting ready to go. So what we do is we get them ready for you. So as a paying member at Paint Party Headquarters, you not only can use my designs for in-person parties, you can use my designs for online. I want you to make money. So you can literally take my images that we've staged, we make them beautiful, and you can post my images as long as you're a paying member. What I don't want you to do is, if you come into Paint Party Headquarters and you leave, you don't get rights to my designs for life, okay? You only have rights to them as a paying member. But here's the great news. We have so many designs and so many images you can immediately use right away. We have tracers. We have step-by-step instructions. You can literally print them, put them in your art kits, sell them, all of those things. Technically, if you know how to paint it and you're selling it as an art kit, you technically don't even ever have to paint the design to sell it. You can use my images, sell them as art kits, and be on your way. You're going to get a marketing hack of the month. So how do you grow social media? Social media hack of the month. These trainings are going to help move your business forward every single month. And again, like I said, I pay the price of a mortgage to learn every single month from people who are doing things way, way bigger than me, so that I can learn and teach you those things as well. So I'm always constantly learning. If Facebook's doing something, we're investigating, we're figuring it out. If Instagram's doing something, we have a really great Instagram training coming up that's going to help grow your Instagram. So many things where I'm actually learning from one of the best at Pinterest right now. So guess what? I can teach Paint Party Headquarters some Pinterest strategies. And I also give you a monthly Q&A. So every month I go live and talk and just answer your questions. Over 2,000 of you are in this community where you can literally type, ask a question at any time of the day. And we answer, usually we answer Monday through Thursday. And then we have some team members that are answering on the weekends. But the power really is in this ginormous community of people all the way from stage 1 to stage 5 and beyond. And so go ahead and write down some questions you have, because I'm about to answer them live. And then also, I truly believe God is the ultimate artist and entrepreneur. So we have a prayer meeting because here's the thing. I really believe in praying for your business. I believe in co-creating your business with God. And so it's optional. You don't have to be there for that. But if you want to pray with us, we love praying for you and your business. We understand there's a human element to this. You can't just be a robot and run a business. There's things that are happening all the time. And it's a write-off. So $37 a month for Paint Party Headquarters, and you literally can write it off. It's like a Christmas present every month for your business. You can go at your own pace. Treat it like a library, okay? Not a candy store. Don't go in and eat all the candy at once. You got to go in, grab the trainings you need when you need them. And then also, if you want to be a part of the prayer and gratitude meeting, we would love for you to be a part of that. We also have the private Facebook group. Like I said, for those of you that really like the community, over 2,000 members. And these ladies are giving, they are kind, they are welcoming. You're probably seeing several of them right now in the chat saying, PPHQ sister, welcome, we're excited. And they know that some of you are coming in that already have thriving businesses. They know that some of you are coming in and you're terrified. They know that feeling because they've been that person. I've been that person. So we're here to help you. There is enough to go around. And let me write down this. I want to tell you a story in just a second when I go back after this part. So ready to join. Okay, so in the chat, you should be able to see the link. If not, the link is in the description, okay? So I wanted to say this from Terry. She said, oh my goodness, ladies, this is a win-win. I just joined this group last Thursday. Haven't even watched the videos yet. Posted a few tracers on my page, and within 24 hours, I've sold 20 kits. I don't even have supplies yet. I love this group already. Remember when I told you I like a profit every party? I'm about that with y'all. I don't want you to go buy 500 things of supplies and then not sell. I want you to sell first, and then you can go buy your supplies. Janine says 22 paint kits sold in an hour. Y'all, I can't even explain how much of an uplifting blessing this group has been to me. And I just joined Paint Party Headquarters last week. I watched about 15 training videos today. Janine, she went in like a candy store, didn't she? And Heidi, you have been a godsend. One day I'll share the chaos that is in my life right now. Thank goodness God is controlling it all. I appreciate every single one of you. Kathleen says, my first large group paint night for an after-school program in an elementary school. Had lots of fun with 40 kids and parents. And guys, I want to go back to Janine really quick. And congratulations, Kathleen. That is amazing. She says, one day I'll share the chaos that's in my life right now. Thank goodness God is controlling it all. And I think sometimes we all think that we're the only ones that are going through stuff. And, I don't know about y'all, but even when we're driving, we'll see somebody that cuts us off or almost hits us. And we're like, oh, we get mad and we throw our hands in the air. And then we forget that, there's always somebody that has it worse. And I think this is what goes back to that gratitude piece. If we're learning how to practice gratitude every day when life hits us, because it's not a matter of if life hits us or if we have a tragedy or if we lose somebody in our life. I mean, we all know, we're human and we all know we're going through these things. But what I want y'all to know is that everybody, we might be, on a time when it's really good right now, or we might be on a time when there is a lot of sickness or a lot of, we had a lot of death this summer just in my family. So there's people out there always going through tragedies, going through really hard times. And how cool could it be if you went live and painted and gave somebody an escape? Like, how many of y'all right now are watching me and you're having a lot of stuff in the background going around, and you're probably thankful for this escape, for this possibility of, man, maybe I could make some extra money for my family. So I want y'all to know that everybody has a story. Everybody has something that they can share. Everybody has times in their life when we're thinking everything's good, and then it hits us. And we're like, where did that come from? But if we're always practicing gratitude, when those things hit us, we're like, okay, this has happened and this is awful, but what can I still be thankful for? Because we've practiced it. It's a muscle. You've got to build it. I used to not have it. I was the worst. I was the worst complainer there was. And this picture of Julie, I am just obsessed with. You can see how beautiful she is. And she says, I'm Julie with your inner artist. I've been teaching paint parties for almost a year already. Believe it or not, I decided to not finish an art degree because I didn't think I could make money creating art. I became a nurse instead. 2 years ago, I got back into art as a grief therapy after losing my mom, who's also an artist. This past year, being part of PPHQ has been amazing. I have learned so much about myself, and I am loving my new hobby turned business in person and virtual. Looking forward to the day I can quit my day job and be my own boss. And man, it's just like her light radiates, she just radiates kindness, doesn't she? So I wanted to share just a little bit about what you get inside of Paint Party headquarters. I'm not going to go into too much detail because really what this is all about, you're going to get exact scripts. You're going to get how to pick a business name training. You're going to get guest painting instructors. You're going to get painting tutorials that we have had since the opening of Paint Party headquarters. And used to I go, maybe I should not give everything at once. But I know that all of you are at different stages, and some of you need stage 1 stuff and some of you need stage 5 stuff. So we have made a decision as a company to have access to everything. So it is going to feel like I said, you're running into a candy store. But again, all of this is valued in here. But what I really want you to understand is that you're going to have access to all the trainings we have, but every month we're bringing you new on-trend stuff. Every month we're bringing you the most up-to-date social media marketing strategies so that you are not going to be Blockbuster. You are going to be Netflix, okay? All right, and so here's how you sign up. And in just a second, I'm going to answer questions if you're still on the fence. I'm going to go back to my face so I can see your chat. But basically, here's how you sign up. Sometimes people get confused. So I want you to click the link that's in the description. You can either select $37 a month or you can pay a year in advance and get a month free. So if you're like, I just want to commit, I want to pay a year in advance and commit to this, do that. You're going to get a month free. If you select the $37 a month, you can cancel at any time. But here's what I want to really challenge you to do. I want to challenge you to stay in at least 3 months. Give yourself at least 3 months to make progress. It's kind of like when you start anything. Start a new diet, start a gym membership, I'm going to start drinking 2-3 bottles of water a day, whatever that looks like for you. If you're only giving yourself a few weeks to make progress, you're not going to go anywhere, okay? You're not even giving yourself a chance. So when you sign up, I really want you to say, I'm going to sign up for at least 3 months to see what I can do and try that out. The people that get in and you're just a tire kicker and you're just like, man, I'm in, now I'm out. You're causing problems for customer service. You're not only doing that, but you're also, you're not even giving yourself a chance. And I want you to look at this as like, hey, it takes longer than 3 weeks to build a business. It's a process. I'm in business. Like I said, I've been in business now officially with Texas Art and Soul, for over 10 years. And even before then, I had a surfboard painting business. So I've been an entrepreneur for well over a decade. And so whenever I'm, I guess probably 13 years now that I think about it, for 13 years, I've been doing a business. Now, if I would have had failures and gone, done, I still wouldn't be doing a creative business today. You never know where it's going to lead you. So bet on yourself. Give yourself a chance to fail, to take some risk, to see what happens, the possibilities. And so when you sign up, you're going to choose which one. What's going to happen is you're immediately going to be directed to a page where you're going to see my face. It's a video. It's about a 1-minute video. I want you to watch that video. It's me welcoming you. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to see where you can either click, you're going to have 2 links you click on. One link is going to put you for the private Facebook group. So make sure you use the email that you paid with so that we can approve you faster into that group so you can start getting in there. Okay. The second email is going to give you access to the Paint Party Headquarters website and the Paint Party Headquarters app. Now, when you join, you get a bonus Easter egg hunt, okay? The bonus Easter egg hunt is the email always goes to spam or promo folders. Always. 9 times out of 10, it's going. So you get a bonus Easter egg hunt. So go find it. Go do your Easter egg hunt. Find the email. Mark it into your good emails so that you won't go to spam again. And in the email from us, you're also going to get those same 2 links, okay? All right, so you're going to get an extra bonus. And this bonus was actually already happened. So we're doing an encore presentation for this one. And so Mel Robbins says, start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin. And again, we are doing a bonus called Think Like a Money-Making Creative. So the No More Starving Artist. I actually have that on my calendar to give to you on October 14th. Okay, so that's going to be an extra bonus I'm going to give to everybody on October 14th. And then also remember on September 22nd, anyone who joins is going to get the full training on Make Money Now, how to do a reverse paint party, which has been very, very successful. So these are just some of the things you get. There's much more, but some of the things you get. Again, a few more things that you're going to get: Facebook ad strategy. Just those 2 trainings alone, I have to say, are worth the amount in gold. So just those 2 trainings alone, if you're like, hey, I've been doing this, I got this, but yeah, I'd like some ad training, just that alone in stage 5 is worth it. So tons of stuff coming your way. We've also recently added SVGs. So if you don't know what that means this beautiful Wonderlust, for example, we are providing anywhere from 10 to 15 new SVGs that you can use either for your cut machines, your Silhouette, your Cricut, your cutters, or you can just use to put on your door hangers or your t-shirts or whatever using carbon paper. So if you don't have a cut machine, you can print these out and literally trace over them. Use them for your kits, things like that. Here's a couple other people that have been doing kits. Sold 20 with 4 pre-orders in the first hour. And then here's somebody with Enchanted Canvas that's also Julie. She has beautiful designs and doing make and take kits as well. So basically here it is. I made the price a price that would be a no-brainer. So for $37 a month, which is a tax write-off, you are going to have full access to all of my designs, not only for making money in person, but for making money online. The reason I made it for $37 a month, because you can literally sell 1 porch leaner a month at $45 and pay your entire month's membership. I made it that way so that it's a no-brainer, because I know as a creative person, you need to be able to go, okay, I can do this. Now I paid for that. Now your brain goes, everything else I'm learning from Heidi, I'm making a profit every time. Okay. So think if you just took one of the things I'm teaching you every month to change your business. But here's where it comes down to. It's decision time, guys. Decision 1, you can skip Paint Party headquarters and likely be in the same place this time next year. Maybe you took action, maybe you didn't. Or decision 2, you can 100% commit to building this business, learn how to do paint parties online, learn how to do art kits, learn how to make a profit doing these things that I'm teaching you. And again, since March, since we have pivoted even Paint Party headquarters, a whole world is, I'm thinking of Ariel, a whole new world has opened up. Besides just the in-person parties, we have just really, really beefed up everything to help you. And I'm about to be answering some questions. So if you're still on the fence, have your questions ready. But I just wanted to say a couple of things here. Here's some things that I asked some of the members, and a lot of it went back to the community. A lot of the things, I'm going to take a drink while you read these yourself. But so many of these went back to the community. Sharing, no competition. Without competition, it's magical. You're learning, you're growing. All of these are great things. Okay, so basically here's what it is, people. $37 a month includes gold. Gold memberships means you have access to using my designs to make money. You could literally take, if you saw me paint that porch leaner yesterday, you could literally paint that exact design and do a Facebook Live. Copy my exact design if you're a member of Paint Party headquarters. All right, guys, let me stop this share. Let me see if can y'all see my face now? Hopefully. I think you've been able to see. Yay. Oh my gosh. Some of y'all have signed up. So cool. Okay. So let me know your questions. If you are on the fence, let me know your questions. I have Melinda Lowe. She says, I'm wanting to join, but not sure where I want to go from here. I know I want to make money, but in the area, I don't think I can make money. Yeah. So I was talking about that earlier, guys. And if you have been here, you know there are more ways to make money than just in your town. Okay. I just blew that up right there. Like, there are more ways to make money than just in your town. Yes. Do you still want to do local events? Yes. I thrive on that. I have a local event next month that I'm so excited about. But you want to make sure that you're looking at the possibilities of so many things. And Jennifer says, I had an awful 2 days and came home shaking, and I had to come home and just dig into my crafts and business orders. Best escape ever. Oh, I'm so sorry you had an awful 2 days. But yes, escape to that. Let's see. Mary Irene says, PPHQ is the bomb. Y'all come and join us. Your mind will be blown. Thank you, Mary. You're so sweet. And Gina Haddock says, do I need a tax ID number to have a paint party? So we do have information in stage 5 on different things like that. What I do recommend doing is make sure you go to a trusted local CPA. Okay. You can get a DBA at your county clerk's office. And then I would go ahead and get a sales tax ID number. And you can sometimes use just your social to sign up for a bunch of the wholesale accounts that I'm going to share with you. But you might as well get your tax ID number. So go ahead and get a tax ID number. But to have a paint party when you first start, do you have to? Not necessarily. But again, if you want to go ahead and get that ready, I would definitely go ahead and do that. And find a local CPA that you trust, a trustworthy. So Sonia says, where is the best places to buy the blank boards? Okay, so we have an entire training called Where to Get the Goods. Okay, it tells you where I get wood, it tells you where I get wood cutouts, it tells you where I get ceramics, it tells you where I get paintbrushes at wholesale. And I have a whole training on how to get paint at a discount. All of those things are inside Paint Party Headquarters. Melody says, I can't wait until I can afford to get into PPHQ one day. Okay, so Melody and everybody here, I am not a person that's going to go, don't buy groceries, get into Paint Party Headquarters. No, but what I am going to challenge you to do is I'm going to challenge you to problem solve. So regardless if you get inside Paint Party Headquarters or not, I want you to not think about, I can't afford. And again, I'm not saying, Melody, even join. If you feel like you can't afford it, don't join. But what I do want you to start thinking, for anybody out there that has that mindset, that immediately you go to, I can't afford that. How many of y'all, I used to be that person. I can't do that. I don't have the money. I can't buy that. I can't do this. Some of y'all are trapped in that, right? You're trapped in that mindset. What I want you to do is I want you to take a $20 bill, okay? I want you to put it in your wallet, and I want you to not spend it. So every time you open your wallet, you're seeing money. You're like, oh, I got $20. I'm good. I got $20. I'm good. If you can do it with 100, that's even better. But don't spend it. What that's going to do immediately is it's going to immediately just open your mind to, I have money. If worst case scenario, I got $20 there, right? But what I want you to do is train your brain to always constantly be looking for opportunities. So this brings me to my quick story about the plum tree. Okay. So we had our person, they were mowing our lawn. This guy, he's so awesome. He mows our lawn for like $50. And so Bobby told him that he could take the plums off of our plum tree. And it was the first season we had plums. And I was so excited about these plums. I was like, dang it, I can't wait till these plums come in. I've never owned a plum tree. I'm going to be able to eat as many plums as I want. And then I come home and all the plums are gone. And I was like, Bobby, really? You just gave all the plums to the guy who does our yard? Like, that's awesome. That was very sweet of you. But I really wanted the plums. And he's like, Heidi, don't worry. There's going to be more plums. And I thought, no, there's not. There's not going to be any more plums. Like, you took the plums. The plums are gone. I was all mad about it. And 2 days later, 1,000 more plums. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we picked the plums and we're like, this is great. We're eating the plums. Another couple days, 1,000 more plums again. And I'm like, oh my gosh. When you start looking for opportunities, you start seeing not only opportunities, but opportunities everywhere. Just like if you start looking at money differently and you stop the mindset of I don't have this, I can't afford this, go find some scrap wood, paint a door hanger, sell it. Go find a piece of, we're scrappy, we're artists. I've been all the way from bankruptcy to business owner. So I know that feeling. So if you're a person where you're like, I don't have the money and I have to pick Tostito chips or, the generic chips right now to feed my family or Paint Party Headquarters, don't join. I'm never going to be a person that says, join, if you don't have the money. Like, I'm not going to be that person, but I do want you to soak up all the free stuff I've been giving you this week. Go make some money. Don't give yourself excuses. Get scrappy. Paint something on that sucker and put it on buy, sell, trade and sell it and make some money. And even if you don't join me, make some money and try to really challenge yourself to look at things differently. Stop yourself whenever you start to say, I can't afford this. I can't do this. I want you to go, wait a minute. Stop yourself. Because again, I used to be the biggest complainer. My husband said it was a habit I had. I was just always looking for the negative. And you probably wouldn't think that now, looking at me now, but it was a muscle I had to create, because Bobby used to joke with me. He goes, you would complain if you won the cash option of the lottery. And it hit me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really do complain about like everything. I can have health, everything happening, and I was complaining. And so I really started to think, oh my gosh, I've got to stop that mindset. I've got to stop that. Like, if I won the cash option, I would literally complain. Okay, there's something wrong here. So I started looking at things differently. Sonia says, where are the best places to buy the blank boards? So I have tons of places. If you're just trying to sell a porch leaner, a welcome sign, you can go to Lowe's and get one. They're about $15-16. Those real tall 6-foot boards. They're 1 by 10 by 6, and it's called white wood. Those are the ones I use for the tall ones. Serenity says, when setting up a page, it is saying to pay for a boost, and I'm hearing to not boost. Don't pay for that. You can do it without. What do you think? Serenity, we have 2 Facebook ad trainings inside of Paint Party Headquarters. I don't pay for boosted posts. I pay a different, we do Facebook ads, but I teach you to do them a different way. So you can do a boosted post. It's an easy way, but it's really not the great way to do it. So in our trainings in stage 5, you're going to see 2 ways that I do Facebook ads, 2 very popular, easy ways that I do Facebook ads. And so as you are learning, that might not be where you need to be right away. The first thing you might need to be doing is start doing Facebook Lives, just because that's going to get you traction faster. And then once you do a really great Facebook Live, use my training on how to run a video view ad and go from there. Let's see. Susan. Oh, I was just talking about you, Susan. She says, and she's being interviewed tonight. So if you want to learn more about Susan, she is a rock star. She says, joining Paint Party Headquarters, the best decision I've made for my paint party business. Thank you, Susan. Susan is a freaking rock star. She's the one I was telling you about earlier. I think she sold over 1,000 in porch leaners. Once we started pivoting, once COVID hit, that woman was selling paint kits like crazy. I think she had a whole factory going. Melinda says, Heidi, yay, I just joined Paint Party Headquarters. Welcome. If you just joined, let us know. Okay, so we have a Facebook user who needs to put their profile picture on. Says, I joined last night, but haven't gotten any info on the membership yet. Okay, so I'm going to put in the comments, if you have joined and you went through your Easter egg hunt and you did not see your information, what I want you to do is I want you to email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com. Support@paintpartyheadquarters.com. The reason why is that you are going to be able to say, hey, I joined with this email, haven't gotten any information, so that we can get it to you. because we don't want you to join and then all of a sudden you don't have the stuff, right? And Sherry, welcome. Sherry joined. I'm so excited to see all of y'all joining. And we close the doors at midnight tomorrow night. We're not opening into the public until May of 2021. So make sure you make a decision before midnight tomorrow night. And Shay and Chris says, I've done lives with my crafting. I just need to watch your videos to learn how to paint. And yes, so start watching the videos and then you are going to love. If you join Paint Party Headquarters, you are going to love what I am teaching you on Tuesday. It's called a reverse paint party. It's a whole new strategy that I just started doing. And so the Facebook user says, you don't know we're besties yet. I've been binge watching all the videos like Tiger King. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You need to put your picture in your thing so I can see what you look like. And Misty says, I joined last night at 11:30. Oh my gosh, welcome. Happy to have you. And Ray Jean says, I joined too, nervous but so ready. Well, you're in good hands. And it's okay to be nervous. It's okay. And Gina says, I needed someone to hold my hand through the technical part. That's what holds me back. Well, welcome to Paint Party Headquarters, because we have so many trainings on the techie part where literally you can pause, go do it on your page, play, watch what I do, pause, go do it on your page, play, watch what I do. So many cool things like that. Okay, so who is on the fence so that I can help answer your question? If you have any more questions, I'm going to stay here for a few more minutes. Oh, good. Okay, so Brendan told me that your photo's on your account. I just can't see it through this system. Okay, so I'm using a system called StreamYard. And so if you are, if I'm not seeing, let me see. Let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can add this banner. There we go. Yay. So I'm using a thing called StreamYard. So it's able, and I'm actually going to be teaching this to Paint Party Headquarters in a few months, this whole system, because a lot of you have been seeing me on split screen, and a lot of you have been asking, okay, Heidi, how are you doing that? Well, we have made so many mistakes this week. So I am learning so that I can teach you and do a full training on exactly how to do all of this. Okay, so Danny said, let's answer Sonia's first. Sonia says, my husband isn't very supportive. He is very skeptical about me being able to make money doing this. Okay, Sonia, here's what I want to speak to you with this. Anybody who has family that's skeptical, the best way to do this is to, seriously, even if you don't join, go get some porch leaners. Go get some door hangers. Start selling it. Binge watch all the stuff. Like that one girl said, the doors were closed. So I watched everything Heidi had for free on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook page, and started making money. The best way to turn somebody that was skeptical into somebody who's not is to make some money. Honey, I just made $45 by doing this. So here's a funny story. I was at this huge party. I think there were 117 people I was teaching live. And I was walking around. I was checking on everybody. The ladies were getting so excited. It was a big Christmas event. And in the back, we shut down the whole restaurant for it. The entire restaurant was 117 ladies. In the very back, there was this old man. And I went up and I just said hi to him. And I was just trying to be nice. I was like, hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great night. And his wife was over there with one of the painters. And he said, I just don't get this. Why would somebody, he didn't know I was running it. Why would somebody pay to come do this? This is ridiculous. I can't even believe somebody would pay to do this. And I don't know if he thought I was just coming to check on him for the food. I was just honestly trying to be nice. And I just smiled. At first I was kind of like, okay, that was rude. But then I just smiled and I said, I looked over, and as I looked at 117 women that were laughing and having some drinks and eating burgers and nachos and whatever they were eating and getting excited and connecting. And again, it's not about a paint party. It's not. It's more about art healing. It's about connecting. It's about being off our phones. It's about, sharing in something that is getting us away from life. And I looked around and I just saw these women talking and, putting their hand on each other and hugging and laughing and getting ready for a fun night of painting. And I just looked at them and I looked back at him and I just said, well, it looks like they're having some fun like that. And he just was so grumpy and he's just like, I just think this is stupid. And I thought, well, that's why you're not my market. That's why you're not my market. Well, he didn't know that I was the person that was leading that event. I hadn't gone up on stage. I hadn't, got the microphone. I hadn't said welcome, none of that stuff. But all he saw was, this is stupid. Well, if you notice, there weren't a lot of 75-year-old men in the audience, right? So he's skeptical because that's not what he likes to do. Maybe he's a golfer. I'm not a person who golfs. I don't get why people pay whatever the heck it costs to go golf. I don't get why people pay, but I'm not judging that because I know that's an escape for people. I know that's something they love to do. I know that's them getting together, getting on their golf cart, which again, I do not understand any of that. I'm not that person, but it's not my way to cope with life. Painting is. Getting together and creating is definitely what I love. So what I would do is, if a family member or somebody that's skeptical, what I would do is I would totally just start making money at it. And so many people thought I was so crazy. I even had family members say, you're really going to leave your full-time teaching job to go teach paint parties? And here's the thing, because I went bankrupt, because I lost everything, I am not the person who's like, just quit it all and do this and everything's going to be fine. Never. Even in paint party headquarters, I will never tell somebody to just quit what they're doing, that they're safe, they have a safety net to do this full time. I am a person who takes risk with caution, especially since I have been there. I've lost everything. I've lost my house. I've lost my cars, all of that. So because I'm that person, I am always going to be a person that's like, build it up first, make some money first. So when I quit teaching full time, I had some pushback from a lot of family. And I remember a family member saying, do you really think this is going to work? Because I was teaching a good paying job. It was $47,000 a year. I was, quitting that job to do a part-time teaching job. Because again, I was still scared to take that next step. So I went to a part-time teaching job, making a few $1,000s. And then I did my paint parties full time. I was already doing them full time. I was just running myself ragged. And I remember him saying, do you really think that's going to work? And I looked at him and smiled and said, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? And then it was funny because when you start to do this, it's like everybody's doubting you. Everybody's going, can that really work? But if you're persistent, you're consistent, now people are like, oh, wait, what are you doing, Heidi? What's going on? Like now they're interested. Now they're like, they're not looking at me like I'm a crazy person. But years ago, they were looking at me like I'm a crazy person. And I can still tell you now, most of the people in my family still have no idea what I'm doing. It's because they're not creative, crafty, trying to make money selling art, doing paint parties. And that is okay. It's okay that my family still does not understand what I do. That's okay. I've accepted it because I know what I'm supposed to do. I know how I'm supposed to help you. So if you have skeptics, what I really, really want you to do is I want you to be okay with that. Be okay if your family doesn't understand you that well. If you're not ready to join Paint Party Headquarters, that's okay. But use all the free stuff I have right now and make some money. Because there is nothing that's going to turn a skeptic into a believer than when you're like, hey, I got $500. You want to do a road trip? Or, hey, I have money put aside. We can go Black Friday shopping. Or, let's pay for Christmas with this. There's nothing better than showing it that way. Than going, you just don't believe in my dreams. You don't trust me, blah, blah, blah. No, don't be that person. Just go do it. Just go sell some stuff. Sell your porch cleaner. Hey, I just made $45. Where'd that come from? Oh, I sold this. Really? Huh. Then do it again. Don't brag about it. Don't talk about it a lot. Just do it again. Then be like, hey, I just made $200. Guess what? Then they're going to be like, wait, how are you doing that? Someone just said, I sold my fall ball painting and paid for most of what the $37 a month was. So I figured, why not? It has been amazing. Yes, the fall ball paintings. The Witches Be Crazy is so popular. Sell your painting. Pay for it. I mean, so many cool things like that. So I'm a person where, don't be mad at them. Sometimes there might be a reason. We might have tried several things in the past. So, they might have seen us try like, oh, I'm going to start getting up early and working out. And then we didn't do it. So they, sometimes our partners might see things that we've done that we failed at. And, it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean that it's right that they treat us like that, but we got to stop putting meaning on stuff and just start taking action. Action always speaks louder than words. Let's see. Where am I at on the questions? Danny says, I've been doing virtual paint parties since June and I love it. I started my paint party business back in September 2019 and was worried about what would happen to my business when COVID first hit. But I am so glad that I started doing virtual parties. I also make paint kits that I sell on Etsy. If anyone is afraid to do these things, just try it once. Do some research beforehand and you'll be fine. Danny, thank you for saying that. I know, again, I just always go back to that Netflix versus Blockbuster. And, you don't want to be in that situation where you're like, oh, nothing's working. You gotta figure it out. You gotta pivot. And why not learn from somebody who is pivoting and learning and helping you along the way? And Lynn says, I'm ready for PPHQ. Well, I'm glad. Welcome, Lynn. I'm so glad you joined. And Diana says, Heidi, if I did my 5 minutes live, what the heck would I talk about? Diana, here is a great thing for any of you that are doing the 5-minute live challenge. You can literally take a piece of paper and you could take your cell phone and you could write, what's a powerful word? Everybody put in the comments, what's a really powerful word that might, like this, you are worthy. What is something people need to see right now? Okay. So maybe you're not the best writer, but if you're a decent writer, you could just point your camera down and you could just write out, hey guys, my name is Heidi, and I just thought somebody might need to see this today. You are worthy. Does anybody here need to hear this today? I don't have it on my face. I just have it as I'm writing it out. I'm holding the phone with my left hand. I'm writing with my right hand or whatever it is, and literally just write something out. Just thought y'all might want to see that. Or if you're a painter, yeah, I am enough. Courage, create, believe. So many great ideas coming in. You literally can just do that. Really, it's about ripping off the Band-Aid more than anything. Or, hey, this is my 2x2 foot space that I'm going to start painting in. I'm excited. I hope you'll watch some of my paintings. Right now, I'm terrified. I'm doing a Facebook Live. Please be nice. And you can literally do that. It's literally about ripping off the Band-Aid, getting the first one over. Okay, so Diana, I hope that helps you. Rose says, what time in Central is the reverse online paint party on 9/22? So Rose, the training of that is going to come out at 10 a.m. Can we do 10 a.m., Brendan, or should we push that to noon? It's probably going to be around noon. So let's do on September 22nd, that training, the Make Money Now training, which is all about the reverse paint party strategy, is going to be coming out, I'm going to say noon on Tuesday. So it will come to several different ways. For those of you in Paint Party Headquarters, you're going to get it by email. You're going to get it in the Paint Party Headquarters website. You're going to get it in the Paint Party Headquarters app. And you're also going to get it inside the Facebook group. So you will see it on all of those platforms if you're a member of Paint Party Headquarters. Misty says, how do we sign up for the prayer and gratitude meeting? So Misty, every single month, you're going to see, let me show y'all real quick where you can find everything inside of Paint Party Headquarters. Hold on real quick. Because I want to show you where the calendar is so that you can easily see this, okay? So I'm about to show you inside the calendar of Paint Party Headquarters. Okay, this is the Facebook group. Okay, so this is inside Paint Party Headquarters. So anytime you're unsure of where to go, you're going to go to announcements. And then when you scroll down, these are kind of like the main things we want you to see right now. But every month we have a calendar in here. So when you want to know when everything is happening, so here's what's happened in September. So our bonus SVGs got released here. Our painting tutorial on the 7th, marketing hack. We try to do everything the first 3 Mondays. And then Paint Party Headquarters Brain. This is going to happen on the 24th. You'll love this. We just did our prayer and gratitude meeting on the 10th. We do that once a month. But we also all set our timers at noon. Every Monday at noon, we have a 1-minute timer that we can pray wherever you're at in the world. Just take 1 minute to pray. I've literally prayed in the dollar store before. I've prayed in some random places, but my alarm will go off and I'll go, okay, let me do a minute prayer for Paint Party Headquarters. I just feel like there's so much power in prayer. And then social media hack. And then the last week of the month, we call it Creative Week. So really what that is that's a week where everybody can exhale. Everybody can kind of go, no new trainings are coming this week. Let me just be creative. Let me get caught up, whatever we need to do. Because if I'm giving you a training every 5 seconds, you are going to be so overwhelmed, okay? So this on Tuesday, well, actually on Monday, we're going to have a big welcoming ceremony. So as you are getting in, give us some grace over this weekend because me and the team are going to be so tired after this full week. So if you'll give us some grace as we kind of get everybody in the group, just kind of look around, feel like you're just kind of in there, look around, go to the announcements. And then on Monday at 6 p.m. Central, I'm going to be doing a full-blown welcoming ceremony inside of Paint Party Headquarters. So we'll kind of get you situated, kind of show you where everything's at, all of those things. But if you have any questions in the meantime, if you're a member and you haven't received your email, you want to go Easter egg hunt it, and then you want to make sure that you go to you email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com if you have any questions on that. Okay, so that's kind of where the announcements are, and it tells you in the announcements as well how to go to Paint Party Headquarters to get the website, to get the app. All of that stuff is in there. Okay. All right. Let me see. There I am. Okay. All right. So let's see. So Misty, you don't have to sign up for them. We'll provide a link for you inside of Paint Party Headquarters. Okay. Cheyenne Chris says, at what point do you stay to pay? Let's see. At what point do you stay to pay taxes on it or get a tax ID number? So having a wholesale account, a lot of times they'll need either a tax ID number or your social. But what I do, and again, it depends on your state. That's why I can mentor you and teach you again, this is not a franchise. This is me mentoring you because I want you to be able to be a Netflix, not a Blockbuster. I want you to be able to pivot anytime you need to pivot. And so again, this is not a franchise at all. This is me mentoring you. Do you see how I'm trying to put my head so I can cover my roots? I'm like, let me get closer to the screen so my roots get covered. I'm getting my hair done next week, but man, it grows out fast. So basically, guys, what I recommend is finding a local CPA that you trust. Because some states are going to be like, yes, you need to charge taxes. Some are going to be like, no, you can put it all together. And again, we do have some tax training. We actually have Connie, who's a CPA and also a Paint Party Headquarters member. We did an entire training in stage 5 where we talk about taxes openly, and there's more things about that. So she goes into more detail. But I just want to be very open and honest with you that I can teach you so many things about making money creatively. But when it comes to taxes, I do not want to get you thrown in jail. So always go to your local place. Leslie says, I'm just seeing you today. Oh, Leslie. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So what comes with the $37 monthly? So you are getting so much, so much. So you're going to have access to our Paint Party Headquarters. Let me see if I can pull up the website just so you can see how organized it is. 1 second. Let me find it here. And then I'll share the screen. Let's see. And I'm going to see, where'd it go? Okay, so if you ever lose it like I did on my bookmarks, I just went to Texas Art and Soul. Let me share my screen. Hold on, share my screen. Okay. All right, so I'm sharing my screen now. So you're going to have access to the Paint Party Headquarters website, the Paint Party Headquarters app, so you can have the trainings on the go on your phone, as well as the private Facebook group, as well as we send everything to you via email. So here's the thing. We have it all organized like crazy, and there's trainings in every single one of these modules. So I just want to show you, for example, fall painting designs. So here's our fall painting designs. So for example, let's say you wanted to start doing the porch leaners because you're like, hey, that's an easy way to make money right now. You can click on this, and not only are you going to have images that you can use, all of the things, where to buy, what to buy. You're also going to have marketing materials that you can use right away. So I recommend that you start doing the porch leaners as a, let me go back to this. I would start doing the Christmas ones. The fall and Christmas ones are going to be big right now. And stage 5, if you're already like, hey, I've been doing this a while, I just need some more strategies. Here's that tax talk with Connie, and taxes, insurance, and licenses, all about email marketing. Why is that important? And how to get emails. Why do you need emails? How to set up your event, constant contact landing pages. This is the training. Just this alone is worth a year worth of the membership right here. Just the Facebook ad training. And this is different things about just all kinds of trainings. This is on stage 5. Facebook Live sales. One of my friends, Ashley, is a genius. I try to have guests in here as well. And how to pack an art kit, how to build excitement around your art kits. Some of you, pricing your virtual parties, your art kits, how to ship art kits, just so many things. This is an entire course, how to teach a virtual paint party from the Facebook event page to filming it, to getting virtual butts in the seat. I mean, so much information. So when you see all of this, how to have a virtual paint party parade, so many things. That's just one of many. What I want to show you real quick, guys, is what I want to tell you really quick is that I want you to all raise your right hand, okay? Those of you that have joined, I want you to raise your right hand. And repeat after me. Wait, that's my left hand. Right hand. Repeat after me. Okay, I promise not to go through every single training Heidi has created in over 2 years over the weekend, because my head will explode. Okay? The reason I'm asking you to promise that is because that's what happens. We get in here and we try to go through every single thing in a weekend, and then we're like, oh, that's too much. I'm overwhelmed. Well, of course it's overwhelming. You can't do all. This is a process, okay? This is a process. Okay, so yeah, Leslie, you're getting access to all of that and more. So you're going to have rights to use my paintings in person, online, full tutorials. All the marketing materials are created for you. It's literally like you're running in and grabbing what you need, and then you're making money doing it. Jennifer says, best thing I've done in the last 2 weeks. Joining was life-altering. Oh my gosh. And I have made close to $2,000 in the last week using your techniques and trainings. Jennifer, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. She says, best thing I've done in the last 2 weeks. Joining was life-altering, and I've made close to $2,000 in the last week using your techniques and trainings. I am so proud of you. You're a doer. A round of applause for Jennifer. You are an action taker. Way to go. So $2,000 in the last 2 weeks, and it's only $37 a month. Risk versus reward. I'd say that's a good bet right there. Barbara says, I went into the candy store and now I need to start over. How many of y'all joined and went into the candy store and started eating everything? You can't do it that way. Been in 3 months and was paralyzed and overwhelmed. Today, I'm starting over and taking it one step at a time. I really want to do this. So, yes, so she joined. So, we do our big opening in May and in September. So, it looks like Barbara joined in May. She went in like a candy store person and grabbed all the taffy, all the candy corn, all the Twizzlers. I'm saying all my favorite candies just in case y'all are ever around me and want to bring me candy. So, she grabbed it all, right? Well, because of that, she got overwhelmed and paralyzed. How many times do we get overwhelmed and paralyzed because we have too much information? So what I want you to remember is as you go in, yeah, you're going to have access to a lot, but you don't need all of it. If you're at stage 1, the hopeful artist, do you need to be running a freaking Facebook ad? No. But what I do want you to know, for those of you that are rocking and rolling, there is stuff for you too, because I'm just trying to build my business and learning and growing. And then I'm bringing that stuff to you and helping you. So Barbara, take a step back out of the candy store and now let's treat it like a library. Okay. And as you get stuck, don't be scared. It's okay to be a wallflower, but don't be scared to post and say, here's where I'm at. Why ain't I moving further? Help me along. Okay. So Michelle says, I think I missed the Q&A yesterday afternoon. Is the replay on the group page? Oh, we emailed it to you. So Michelle, we did email the replay to you. And then Misty says, tax ID is important for tax-free resale pricing, right? Okay, yes. So again, that's where I want you to go talk to your CPA, because sometimes if you're selling stuff as a service, it is different than if you're selling something as an individual product, okay? And again, that's where I want you to talk to a trusted local CPA, not a CPA that what I do is I find somebody who is killing it at business, doing a great job, and then I ask them who their CPA is. And then I go to that CPA. And then I have a consultation with them and see if I trust them, see if they're ethical, all of those things. And so, yes, you need to find out, because they're going to be able to guide you in your area what is working, what you need to do legally. And let's see. Ray Jean says, oh, I signed up. Woo! Yay, I'm so excited. Welcome. Ray, I'm excited. Thank you so much for trusting me. I am honored that you're trusting me. So thank you. And Leslie Joe says, this is so worth the money. Yeah, guys, I wanted to make it a no-brainer. I'm not sitting here going, $500 a month, and you've got to have 15 parties before you can ever pay just the fee for this. No, I want to make it a no-brainer. And I feel like you are taking such good care of me. I want to take such good care of you. So as we get new members and as we have more resources, we invest those resources into graphic designers who are making awesome graphic art for y'all that you can literally take it and start using to promote your events. We started investing in people to create SVGs for y'all, so you can literally grab and go. And we do everything we can. I try to bring in the best speakers. I try to bring in guest people, so it's not just my art that you're able to use. And we just have a friend of mine, Casey Hope, who just did a really cute pumpkin, a very simple, easy pumpkin to use. And she said you can use it for online purposes. So I really try to bring people in that are adding value. And we have a guest coming in that's talking and teaching all about Instagram. Again, so I try to learn, grow my stuff, and that way I can bring that over to you. Andrea says, I love how positive you are thinking, Heidi. You are such a big you are so big motivation, so powerful. Thank you for everything. What I have learned in a very short time. I am so happy to be a PPHQ member. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna end on that because I don't want to cry. And you are so welcome. Guys, I'm saying this all from a place of I've been there. I've done that. I've gone broke. I've lost it all. I've been the negative thinker. I've been the person who thought that nothing could get better. And now I come from a place of God is big. Expect miracles. Pray big. Dream big. Write it down. I write literally. I have a whole book I write to God. It's a prayer journal, because a lot of times when I go to pray, and ask God for things and be grateful and do my prayers, I get squirrel moments. I literally get squirrel moments. And so I really, really, really want y'all to know that, I started a prayer book, and where I literally say, Dear God, I call it co-creating with God. And I write out my gratitude, and I write out what I'm scared about, and I write out my fears, and I write out my wants and my dreams and my goals. And I do that because in the Bible, it says so many places, ask. And it says not to be fearful. Don't be afraid. And so the reason I'm tearing up is because coming from where I came from to where I'm now, I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude and so overwhelmed with what he's done just in a short amount of time. And I can't even begin to thank you enough for just being a part of this. And I just want all that he's given me to do everything in my power to help you. Everything I can do to help you make money, because starving artists no more. We are done with that crap. No more starving artists. If we want to have Tostitos and Tide, we can have it. It's okay. So I'm excited. Okay, guys. So 7 p.m. If you want to meet some of our Paint Party Headquarters members, I'm going to be live again at 7 p.m. I'm going to be interviewing 4 of our Paint Party Headquarters members, and I would love for you to join me again and to listen to them, listen to their stories, listen to what has happened in their life. So set your alarm for 7 p.m. Central, and you can hear a little bit about their stories and what's going on in their lives. So thank you so much, guys. If you want to join, click the link above. The doors close at midnight tomorrow, and then we won't open again to the public until May of 2021. So you're looking at $37 a month, risk versus reward. Give yourself at least 3 months to try this out, to see what you can do. And guys, I just want to be there and walk you along the way and help you. All right. So until 7 p.m., I'll see you next time. We'll see you in a few hours. Bye, guys.